Hey guys, what's going on? MightyLeafy here. Welcome back to another Monster Super League podcast. Joining me today is, of course, the ever so delightful Yugen. Now, would you like to say hello to everyone?
Hello.
Nice. That's a very good Samuel L. Jackson impersonation, if I do say so on your behalf.
Yeah.
Okay, so for today's podcast, we actually have multiple topics to go over. We're gonna be giving you guys our thoughts on the new Odin costumes that just got released into Monster Super League, like 2 nights ago. We're also gonna be taking a look at the newest Super Evo, the Succubus. So all the Succubi get a new Super Evo form, so we're gonna be taking a look at that and discussing the new limited time package. Whether or not it's a bang for your buck, you will have to decide for yourself, or maybe after listening to us rant about it, or will we be ranting? Stay tuned to find out. But before all of that, we do have a Discord server, so if you guys like our content, feel free to check it out. Link is in the video description down below. Yugen, tomorrow is the Yugen Fest.
Yugen Fest?
No, because your name's Yugen, and I was gonna say Hero Fest. So it became Yugen Fest. God damn it.
Oh, nice.
That's so strange and wonderful. But yes, the Hero Fest is coming up tomorrow. Fast and snappy. What do you have in store for tomorrow? You have gems saved up?
Yes, I have 6k gems, which is okay. I think you want around that much, at least.
Why are you always outdoing me? I've only got 4,000 gems, and I thought that was a lot. Evidently not.
Well, 4k will do.
Watch me get a guaranteed 5-star in my first 10+1 pull with my ticket, yeah? Said no one ever, because the ticket summons are rigged, I swear, man.
I've never gotten a 5-star from a ticket.
Neither have I. If you guys have gotten that, please let us know, because I'm really curious. Can you actually get a 5-star from the ticket summons? Oh my god. But yeah, I hope I get my hero rather early, because I do want that guaranteed egg, because I do want one of those festival exclusives, Celine Dion being the focus. As you know, the archer girl, yeah, she looks wonderful, yeah. She's always
that's the one you want?
Yes, for sure. I'm not sure how viable she is. I think she got a nerf a couple of months back. The grass one is the one I want, but I don't care. You know, waifus over usability any day.
Yeah, that's one way to go about it.
What about you, Yugen? What are you looking to get in tomorrow's Hero Fest? You're not looking to get any more Water Shivas now, are you?
I don't want to think about it. I feel like if I think about it, it's gonna happen.
Okay, don't think about Water Shiva, guys. Pro tip number 1.
I want Shinobis, because I want to Evo 3 my second Fire Shinobi. You
have a second Fire Shinobi. You already have a Evo 3 Fire Shinobi.
Correct, and I have 2 Shinobis currently, one is Fire, so hopefully I get another Shinobi that will go towards my second Evo 3.
When did you get the Evo 3 Fire Shinobi? Because I was bragging about that. I thought that was the one thing I had that you didn't have, even though mine's Evo 2 trash, but... What? When did you power creep me so sneakily?
A couple months ago, maybe?
That's not fair. You and Cowboy, the worst friends of all time. God damn it. I'm so sad.
I've got a ways to go before I catch up to Cowboy, but, you know, I'm working on it.
Well, she's got a light purse, so who cares?
I have to work really hard.
Both of our light succubus add together to equal her one light purse. It's breaking my heart. No, I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. Or am I kidding? But okay, so let's move on to our first major topic of the day. No, it's just a prelude. It's like an entree. I'm gonna head into the boutique. And oh, what do we have here? Vacation Collection, Odin. And right next to her is, of course, the lovely Valkyrie in her questionable attire. Even though Odin's one is questionable as well. But she does get a bird, so you can flip the bird, guys. So, what do you think, Yugen, about these new costumes?
I like the red one. Actually, the red one looks good.
I like the red one as well. The color scheme just looks fantastic. Although I'm looking at the blue one right now, it doesn't look half bad. I like the Oh, it looks like a mixture of... It's like sky blue. Well, that's what it says, duh, it's sky blue. But yeah, it's almost nearing that green hue. And then, of course, the khaki color scheme reminds me of like autumn, I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely do prefer the red version myself. In fact, in another couple of days, I'm hoping to get enough, I was gonna say feathers, because I've been playing Fire Emblem Heroes, but the tablecloth thing, so that I can get her costume. But fun fact, I think you can purchase the Evo 3 costume and put it on your Evo 1 Odin. Correct me if I'm wrong, audiences, because I do not know this for a fact. But I'm willing to risk it because eventually I will get a Evo 3. So if I buy this and it doesn't fit on my Evo 1 Odin, then I'll just have to wait a couple of months before I get my Evo 3 Odin, and she'll eventually wear it anyways. Do you know anything about this, Yugen?
I'm not entirely sure because I have not tried it myself, but from what I have heard, it is actually interchangeable between all the Evo states. So I think you're probably right about your assumptions before, yeah.
I hope I'm right. But one thing I do know that works is I'm able to put a Evo 1 Miho costume on a Evo 3 Miho. So I have all my dark Mihos wearing the yellow shirt with the chicken on her head. So they look cute, but they are actually Evo 3 high HP, crazy aggressors in disguise.
Well, there you go. So you know it works. You've tried it.
Well, it works the other way around, but I'm wondering if the Evo 3 works. You know what? I'm gonna try it. I have. Yeah, I'm gonna try it right now, you know? I have a Evo 1 Miho. This one is the first Miho I've ever gotten. I have not Evo'd her or anything. I wanted to keep her the way she is because she plays bingo with me every single day. You probably think I'm weird, don't you, Yugen?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, well, I'll accept that. You can judge me. Okay, wait, where do I go and equip my stuff? Okay, wait, here we go. Miho! Okay, so I can pick the Evo 3 Miho costume here. If you will allow... Come on! Click it! Ugh. No, it won't let me click it. No! Oh, okay, I got it. I got it. Alright, and I'm equipping it to my tiny Evo 1 Miho. And voila! She looks like she's Evo 3.
There you go.
This is counterproductive though. So having an Evo 1 look like an Evo 3, you're just gonna get the shit beat out of you. But if you have an Evo 3 and it looks like an Evo 1, at least in the fights, not like on the icon, because they can obviously see that. Yeah, then it might be a little bit tricky. Alright, cool. So yeah, it probably works. I'm gonna get the Odin costume once I get enough tablecloths. So hey, Yugen, you have not been briefed on this, but it is time for a new segment of the podcast. Today we're starting a new minigame called Who's That Astromon? Oh man, that's so corny of a name. But you get what I mean, don't you? Okay, what? So... What do you mean, what? Okay, so how this minigame is going to go is I'll be reading out a story/habitat of a random Astromon every single episode. And you viewers out there, as well as you, Yugen, can partake in the guessing game if you know, choose to. But yeah, leave your answers in the comment section down below if you're interested. I don't know how well this will go, but I think I've seen some of the story habitats, and they're quite funny actually. So I'm gonna start off for today's one. Oh, nearly clicked the release button. That's not good. Okay, so you're gonna have to guess the Astromon as well as their element. So this is going to be maybe a little bit tricky. You're also gonna have to guess my gem slots. Nah, I'm kidding. You don't have to.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
Wait. Yeah, I got this.
Alright, if you say so.
Today, Master and I visited a dense forest with many large trees. The smell of the trees was refreshing. It helped me to relax. We found many edible herbs and fruits. I found a very pretty mushroom, but I can't remember what happened after I took just one bite. I just remember being back in the airship the next time I opened my eyes, yes. Master seemed worried, but wouldn't tell me why. Overall, it was a fun day.
Alright, and now you guys have to guess. By the way, that's some top-notch voice acting, wouldn't you say so?
Ugh, fuck me.
Oh,
That voice pierces the ears like a fucking knife, man.
Ouch! Oh! Okay, wow.
I'm wearing headphones as well, god damn.
Intense revelations! You heard it here first, folks. Okay, so if you want to guess Yugen, you can, but if you blurb out the answer, I'll just beep it out, so yeah. Feel free to do so if you choose to. Anyways, on to our proper, appropriate, planned next segment, which is what exactly?
I don't know. You tell me.
Yes, I was going to tell you, but I figured if you told me, then we'd both know.
Okay.
Yes, nice.
Isn't it the other way around?
Yeah, only I don't know. Or don't know yet. But
It
now...
has to be about the succubus, right?
Yes, it is maybe, perhaps the succubus. Okay, so, guys, we have a new Super Evo mod in the game. As of, I guess like 2 days ago, right? It is the Super Evo Succubus. So, to celebrate this occasion, we have decided in our infinite wisdom to take a look at the succubi lineup. I believe that's the plural for succubus, right? Because you don't say succubuses, you say succubi. But what about succuhi?
Man, I don't know.
Okay, so first off, we have ourselves the Fire Succubus. Now she is a attacker. Now her passive skill is the HP Siphon. Critical hits restore own HP in proportion to the amount of damage dealt. And for her active skill, we have the Defense Down. Critical hits lower the enemy's defense for 2 turns. And if you get her as a variant leader, her variant leader skill is the Grace of Life. Increases allies' HP by 30 to 35%. So Yugen, what do you think about Succubus?
Yeah, I think she's actually pretty good. She's got a lot of useful utility in my opinion. Like if you like set her crit rate to 100, having that guaranteed defense down is pretty good since she's an attacker.
So is she for farming? Is she for Titans? Is she for PvP, would you say?
I actually feel she's kind of versatile. You could probably have her as a filler in any of those places, probably.
A succubus as a filler? That's a little bit dodgy.
Yeah, no. I don't know.
But one thing I do like about her is that she has HP Siphon on her passive skill. This gives her rather good self-sustain in tough situations. She's a little bit weak in the defensive department, as you would expect from an attacker, but the self-healing does keep her alive for some time anyways. What do you think?
Yeah, like you said, she's an attacker, so the sustain, as you say, is kind of limited because, you know, her HP pool is rather small. So, you know, even though I say she's pretty, she can act as a filler in most places, but I think where she could struggle is probably the PvP arena.
Yes, I would agree. PvP, where people will maybe CC her or maybe just one-shot her. She definitely can't take a decent hit. Okay, shall we move on?
Yep.
So, for the Water Succubus, she is a tank, and I don't even have to read the page, the Astromon guide, to know this because I have a water one, and in fact she was my preferred one until I discovered that she had been nerfed a few months back. Oh dear me. Back then I could have sworn that... Well, let me read the skills out first. So her passive skill is Morale Boost. Critical hits have a 100% chance to restore own SP by 50%. So that's pretty much like the Water Arthur's passive skill. Only this one does not require critical hits. And then her active skill is the attack down grants a 60% chance to reduce the enemy's attack for 2 turns. Back then it used to only proc with critical hits, and when you get a critical hit, it has a 100% chance to reduce the enemy's attack for 2 turns, or maybe 3 turns, I don't know. I know Arthur's got the 3-turn one, but this essentially debuffs her and makes her a less good Arthur, which kind of makes sense. I mean, he's a Nat 5 and she's a Nat 4, but it was kind of sad because I quite like this Astromon. It's sad to see that she is now just a sadder version of Arthur.
But that's how it should be, right? He's a Nat 5.
Yes, that's how it should be. Too bad I didn't read the fine print when I Evo 3'd her instead of my Fire Succubus. Oh, the regrets.
She's still okay, just definitely not as good as before.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I have her as a Evo 3. I have her on triple square, and I took all the gems out to gem my other Astromons, so she is currently on the bench. Although, I feel like she could make a decent PvP defense mon because people never know whether or not they have to kill her first because they don't know what I'm running.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on, we have the Grass Succubus, which is a balanced mon. For her passive skill, she has Sleep, grants a 60% chance to put targets to sleep for 2 turns. Sleeping foes wake up upon being hit, as they would. Now her active skill is Shield Breaker, grants a 100% chance to dispel enemy shields. Wow, I'm stunned. What do you think, Yugen?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is probably the least sought after iteration of the Succubus.
Too bad she looks so good as a variant in the wood element. Preference though, you know? So yeah, I don't know, I really don't have much to say about this one.
No, I mean, if there is a use for her, it would be really niche. But yeah, I don't know where I would use her.
You could use her to put you to sleep, and then break your shield to wake you up in the morning. Wait.
What?
Yeah, no. that ain't gonna work. And she won't hit you hard enough because she's balanced. Okay, nice. Great. No, not nice. But anyways. Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps somewhere down the line they will do some alterations to her skill. I mean, Shield Breaker is not typically that good already. And having it as a active skill is just a little bit sad, you know? I know some like... Isn't there some 2-star mods that have Shield Breaker as a passive? With a 100% chance?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could argue that, you know, if they have shields, then their whole team has shields, right? So having it as an AoE active can have its use. Just because it'll break all of their shields at once.
Oh yeah, so in that case it would be great for like, I guess PvPs. Because if it's Tower of Chaos, I would just straight up kill the boss, and then maybe that would just settle it.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, my game just crashed, so I gotta reload it.
Yours as well, huh? Mine crashed as well.
What? Like at the same time?
Yeah, I restarted it just now.
Wow. Okay. Okay, so moving on is the Light Succubus. She is attack. For her passive skill, she has grant a 100% chance to restore 10% of allies' SP when attacking. And for her active skill, she has attacks restore allies' HP in an amount equal to 10% of own max HP. So what do you think about this Succubus?
I think she's the best one. Yeah, I mean the morale boost is quite a rare skill.
Yeah, the team morale boost. I mean, I think Fire Kira has it, but she has the critical requirement.
But yeah, true. She does have it, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one's guaranteed without needing the crit chance, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, so if you're running a Siphon attacker who has a passive morale boost for himself and is an attacker, and you're trying to farm stages fast by charging your active really fast on the first wave, but you just find yourself lacking on that little tiny bit of extra SP, then she will be able to top you off just by that one little bit. So Yugen, well, this is kind of spoilers, but I myself did purchase the Light Succubus because I've been wanting one for quite a while now, but never managed to pull one. You, however, managed to pull one out of one of your Light and Dark eggs, which congrats by the way, because she is very pricey. We'll get to that in a second. But how do you feel that Kelby has a Light Persephone, which by herself is equal to both of our Light Succubus combined? Oh my god.
Feels bad.
Feels bad, man.
Right?
Feels so bad.
Feels bad.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
Oh my god. Does she have a channel? Can I go dislike her? I'm just kidding. Oh man, that's so bad. That's so sad. I wonder if she listens to this stuff. Oh well. I guess she'll let us know. Or maybe just let me know. With rage. And rage cannot escape the wrath of the cowboy. Okay, so moving on, we have the Dark Succubus. So dark is natural color.
We haven't even covered the active skill on the light yet.
I have been bamboozled. Oh my god. Okay, so her active skill is rather interesting, don't you think? Yugen? I did totally not just pull this part out from another fucking part that I was meant to be talking about. But yeah, so Yugen, what do you think of Light Succubus's active?
It's good. So the adrenaline skill. Yeah.
Adrenaline?
Yeah, adrenaline. Okay. It restores 10 HP of the Succubus's max HP to all your teammates, which is really good because she's a tank. So that would mean, you know, a substantial amount of HP to be healed across the board. That feel when a Succubus shares her adrenaline with you, right? This one's PG, right? I can leave this one in, right? It's adrenaline. Right. It's nothing dodgy. It just gets you pumped and want to battle. Well, it's not, unless you say it in a dodgy way, so which you did. Dodgy. Okay, so moving on, we have the Dark Succubus. So the Dark Succubus is a defender, and for her passive skill, what is it, Yugen? Sleep. Ah, okay. Well, that's rather disappointing. Then amaze us with her active skill. What is it, Yugen? It grants an 80% chance of sleep for 2 turns. Wait, the passive is grant a 80% chance to put target to sleep for 2 turns. Sleeping foes wake up upon being hit, as anybody would. And then her active is actually grant sleep for, you know, 80% chance to proc sleep, but for 1 turn. Yeah. So like prior to any form of skillbook buffing, sleep and sleep. What the heck is this? How about sleep and wake up? How about sleep and critical hunter or some crap like that? It's like a wake up call, you know? Well, I mean, if you think about it, this skill is actually more in line with the Succubus lore. It is. But so is sucking life and stabbing people when they sleep. Actually, not the stabbing part. That is, yeah, true. So, you know, I wouldn't mind if they changed these skills, personally. But,
You know what would be interesting is if we got a new skill. Like, I'm not even talking about changing her skill to something like Shield Breaker, no. God forbid that be OP, but I'm talking about maybe if they had something like keeping her asleep as a passive, but then her active can be like Dream Eater, you know, like from Pokemon. That might be interesting.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let that Dream Eater idea be a tip for the developers. Hopefully they do something like that, because it does sound not bad.
Yes. Okay, so let's take a look at the new super evolution for the Succubus. So we have Queen of the Night Succubus and Queen of the Night Lilith. Okay, so we have it for all 5 elements, and I think, you know, in terms of color scheme, I definitely think the dark one has the right color scheme going for her.
Yeah, I do think the dark one looks the best. Like the same way Yuki does actually. I feel like the dark Yuki also looks the best in terms of all the super evolutions. It's just, you know, that dark color scheme is really nice.
Yeah, although I must say the blue color scheme looks rather enticing as well.
Yeah, true. I like that one too.
However, personally, I am going for the light Super Evo. What about you, Yugen? In terms of use?
Yeah, I would probably go for the light as well, if I had to choose. For sure.
Would you go for the Succubus or the Lilith?
I'm actually not a big fan of how either of them look.
They all have their little bits of it's about them. This is purely subjective, of course. The Lilith, yeah. I feel like there's too much going on.
I would go with the bigger version, but it's like there's so much going on there as well. There's so much detail in the costume.
There's just a lot going on around her shoulders, and then she's got the collar going on.
No, I just feel like there's a lot going on everywhere, right? There's like so much detail.
The shoulders, it's just so much geometry there that it's all like, I mean, they look clean and separated for the most part, but there's just a little bit too much going on.
Yeah. So that said, I would still take the super evolution just for, you know, the stat boost and everything. I mean, it's still worth design aside.
Definitely. Yeah. Oh hey, Yugen, did you know this? There's currently a limited time offer to buy the light or dark Succubus for a whopping 75 New Zealand dollars. Wow, they did not put that in the update. Holy crap.
Yeah. So that's, I think it's 45 US, but yes, they did not put that in the update because I guess they just did not want to deal with the backlash.
They did not make mention of real live currency in that, nor did they not mention that it wasn't going to be real currency, but I felt like they should have mentioned it. And yeah, I don't know. Because the way the update was written had me thinking that the package was 900 Astro Gems, which, silly me, how could something so good be so cheap to acquire, right? What it is you pay 75 New Zealand dollars, you get the Alliance Succubus or the Dark Succubus, whichever one you choose, and you get 3 other Succubus to bring it to a Evo 2, and you get 900 Astro Gems to sweeten the deal. But I still think, despite all that, it's a little bit on the pricey side. Definitely not what I was expecting.
Yeah, definitely is a bit pricey. I feel like, actually I'm pretty sure they upped the price from the last packages for, what was it, Miho and
Mona.
Victoria, I think? Was it Mona?
It was Mona, yeah.
Yeah, I think Mona had one as well, yeah. I think it was
$45 New Zealand
45
dollars.
New Zealand dollars back then, yeah. So it's almost doubled in price now, which it's quite a lot. It's not cheap.
I mean, the Succubus, the RGB Succubus, they are Nat 4s, whereas the RGB Mihos and RGB Monas are all 3-star. They're only Nat 4s when they are light and dark. So do you think that has, you know, sort of a effect on the price change maybe?
Could be. I mean, there is some logic there, because if we're talking about in terms of availability, everyone has a Miho, and everyone has a Victoria as well, because you know they give out the Light Victoria at the start of the game. So, I mean, that could be why it's cheaper, because you know it's more readily available. You know, you can acquire it really easily, whereas say the light or dark Succubus, it's a little bit tough. You know, you have to get them from the light dark eggs.
So I feel that might have had an effect on the price adjustment. It's a nicer way of putting it. But yeah, I think, you know, I did buy the light Succubus, and the only reason I did that was because I knew that I really needed this Astromon. And the primary place I am going to be using this Astromon is in the Golem Speed 10 dungeon, because she is a light tank there to take all the aggro as well as heal all your allies. And if I ever get her as a variant, she can have that 30% extra HP boost to the entire team, and also the team morale boost. Just everything just works so well together. For her being the light tank and Golem Speed 10. That's the only reason I got her, is for that. I feel like she's more of a mid to end game sort of mod, but
yeah, I think like her team morale boost is probably best for when you've got some, you know, more later game setups,
siphon sets,
yeah, siphon sets and everything,
morale boost for themselves. Like you have a Jin, you have triple siphon, and then you have, you know, a team morale boost. You're looking at getting a full active bar just for the first wave, and every other wave, yeah, all the waves after that, you're going to be doing your AoE, and that's probably going to be charging your, you know, your SP bar back to full because of the siphon effect.
Right.
So it's pretty good, but it's pretty pricey. But at the same time, I feel like it's kind of worth it. I mean, if you're the kind of player that kind of buys, you know, the gleams, which are coincidentally also 75 bucks, 75 New Zealand dollars. Holy shit, the Holy Gleam is $155. But it comes with 2 light and dark eggs, so 2 cosmos. But yeah, Holy, I see why it's called the Holy. I can understand why it's called the Holy Gleam now. But yeah, pretty expensive. I was expecting...
You bought it, but you did buy it, so
yeah.
At least from your angle, it would be worth it, right? Since you bought it.
Yeah, because I plan on playing this game for some time to come. So I felt like, you know, it's kind of like purchasing a full game within a free-to-play game. Yeah, think of it like that. I mean, it's kind of like I didn't buy the Hanamura ship, and I just got this instead. But yeah.
Well, they gotta make that money somehow.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. But it definitely edged me out of my... because I was on the fence about whether or not I should buy the dark one. Not because she has double sleep, because that's pointless, but I was thinking maybe perhaps somewhere down the line she might get some sort of upgrade, but $75 to spend on uncertainty is, you know, a little bit too much, so no.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Though you already have her, so you don't care either way.
No, I do not.
You also have the Hanamura, and you also have the light one. Man, you crazy, man. I hate you so much. But then Kelby has the light purse, so I hate her even more. Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, I have no Nat 5 Light Darkmon yet, so, you know, my bragging capacity is still limited.
You know, somebody in our clan, which is called INFINI in all caps by the way, has access to a Dark Wukong.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, for his sake, I'm going to check the skills on this guy. So for his passive, he's got 100% seal for 3 turns. And for his active, he's got 80% chance to stun the enemy for 1 turn.
You know, I think that's workable.
He's balanced.
Yeah, I feel like there are worse ones out there, like
2600 attack. 2576 recovery.
I mean, seal for 3 turns, 100%. That's not too bad. That's not too shabby. I think you could work around it.
Oh, Siegfried has 4000 attack.
Don't look up the light dark Siegfrieds. That's the piss.
No, I'm looking at the fire Siegfried.
Oh.
Okay, guys, so that has been our podcast for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Apologies for the disjointedness you guys might be hearing in the podcast, because believe it or not, we did have quite a few disruptions during the recording of this particular podcast, so it might be a little bit disjointed in places. Yugen, is there anything you would like to finish off by saying?
Remember to do the gold dungeon, and that's it, I guess.
Dude, they know about that already, man. Give it a rest.
In case there's like one person that doesn't, you really gotta, man.
It's 300k, man. That's no joke.
I know, it's no joke, man. Every day. You gotta do it.
If you don't, he will come after you in your sleep. Yugen, that is. Okay, guys, that has been the wrap up for the podcast. If you would like to chat with us and you play the game, we do have a Discord server, so if you're interested in that, check it out in the video description down below. But with that being said, guys, this has been MightyLeafy and Yugen, as always, and good luck on the Hero Festival yesterday, because this will be released probably the day after the Hero Fest.
Well, it'll still be going on, right? It'll be in the middle of the Hero Fest.